you are going to prepare onychomycosis, other translingual formulation. So why you want to select? That is the first point, because so many patients are available, because this is the statistical significance shows. That is the first point. Second point, what is the national or international status? Oh, so what are the developments in the translingual formulations? So what are the translingual formulation benefits over the conventional dosage form? This prompted us to take the study. So that is why you are going for that is the purpose of the study. Why you want to do the translingual formulation study, number one. Then another one is, this is the research motivation background, it should be coming. Okay, no? This point is clear.
Okay, sir. Okay. Okay.
If
Okay, sir.
preferably
Okay.
if preferably while presenting, you make it as a statistical graphical way you present whenever you are going for the presentation of your project proposal and all. Graphical representation and timeline presentation. Say for last 15 years how many patients, last 28 how many patients are suffering by onychomycosis. So that I am taking this study, that way you have to present. Another one is,
Okay,
what
sir.
is the development in the itraconazole, national and international wise, you need to be addressed. So that
Okay.
itraconazole, lot of studies available in that. If possible, can you try that any itraconazole other than natural drugs? That is possible. I am not telling that you should not do the itraconazole. So combination of itraconazole with natural products maybe also you can try. So that type, when your herbal plants, if you are taking in picture into that study, definitely it will be more focus on this study. So that is itraconazole, already well developed drug in the anti-fungal activity. So why you chosen
Okay,
the
sir.
drug? Otherwise you have to explain very well. So what are the drugs available as antifungal? Why I chosen the itraconazole? What is the therapeutic efficacy of itraconazole? That if I am giving as a translingual route, what way it is going to benefit to the patients? That you need to be pointed out by the step by step, like a point wise. You have to focus. This only need to be strengthened. Then another one is, while preparation, you said that number of statistical tools you are using, definitely it is going to help for the quality and the reproducible way you can prepare your formulation. That also you have to plan like three type of plan methodology you have to be prepared whenever you are presenting a project. One is stage-wise proposal, that you said that 5-step-wise proposal you prepared. Then year-wise plan. How many years you are going to work on this? What is the first year plan? What is the second year plan? What is the third year plan? Like this also you have to perform. Another one is financial constraint way. Financial constraint, how you have to, we can segregate your project in the steps. Then manpower, if you need any manpower, that way also you have to segregate. So when you are approaching a project, as a evaluator, we will see this how you are going to achieve. So we need to get a by methodology only. So that place you need to adopt research design. Research design is very important. Research design in the sense, what are the studies you are planning, then that study how you are going to achieve. So like this you have to plan. See, if I am going to prepare a translingual formulation by solvent evaporation technique, I am going to evaluate translingual formulation. What are the evaluation parameters there? So what are the technique I am going to use for the evaluation? That you need to present in the research design. So when as a evaluator, after seeing that, I can trust you. You can achieve this project. So that way you have to present in your study. So that research design we need to incorporate into the study. Then another one is novelty part. You explain the novelty part. So that if you are taking anything other than the synthetic drug, like a natural product, using a translingual formulation, definitely it will be a very vital novelty part. So if you are using itraconazole as a drug, you need to explain that what is the current status of itraconazole as a translingual or conventional dosage form. How I am going to get the benefit over the conventional dosage form. In the novelty part you have to add. So I am going to prepare a translingual formulation by the way of I am going to attain, these are the benefits. You have to explain the benefits. What are the benefits? That you make it in the precise way you have to explain that. Otherwise, I think it will be very nice project. I think you have a scope of the study, some work. Then another one is you need to prove that what the work, preliminary work I think you said that one paper already I published, whatever it may be, what the relevant work you already, what are the pre-work you carried out, that need to be presented. See, earlier any transfungal formulation any work carried out, or your involvement in the antifungal activity is there, that you need to be focused. If not, no issue. If you are having any data related already worked in the past experience, that need to be present. So it's a continuation of development. Or otherwise, any other work, what the work you existed work you are presented, that also need to be included in the study. Then it will be more scientific way you are approaching the proposal, it may explain. That's the way I find that. I think in future we can discuss in any modification and all we do. But as a first stage, it's a very good idea. You can work on this. Some strengthening in the research background and research design methodology. If you are applying, it will be the statistical way. When you are applying, it will be able to reproduce the product. That is the why thing. Then need to be explained this biopharmacokinetic parameters of keratin, that we also need to include. See, you are telling that your challenge will be this keratin, you need to the targeted drug delivery system directly you are giving to the transfungal formulation. What is the biopharmacokinetic parameters involved in that? You need to keep in the outcome based research. You have to expect what is the pharmacokinetic parameters you can expect, that you include. That's all.
Okay, and sir, regarding this the statistical design, regarding this design of experiments, we have to go for the factorial design or the box Bengen. Which one is
anything you can say. There's a factorial design. If you have minimum experiment, if you want, you can go with, or box Bengen design also you can go. So box Bengen design, you 13 runs, you need to go for that. 3 levels you can perform. You want to go for 5 levels, you can go for the CCD also. No issues that. So the design of experiments, depending upon our study, at the time we will discuss. When you goes further, if you want, you can call me anytime. No issue.
Okay, sir. And one more thing, the way of writing. So the way of writing, is that okay, sir?
Is that okay? Yes. Actually, everything is right, but rearrangement is required. Then most likely precise you give. Don't give more writing on that. Whoever is reading the project, they are not able to read all the things. You have to give wherever the possible precise manner, bullet like a point wise. If you are writing, preferably flowcharts. It will easily attract the proposal. Wherever you use a flowchart, that will be very useful for the easy attraction and easy understanding.
Okay, so a flowchart is very important, sir. If you are including the flowchart, it will be good, sir. Right.
Yes, that is the way.
Regarding this animal studies, sir, animal studies, can we go for the animal studies, sir? Since I haven't animal studies, I haven't mentioned, but I'm planning to go for the animal study.
Yes, you can go for the animal study. No, the antifungal activity you want to carry out, no? For that, you are asking antifungal activity.
But I'm going for the in vitro. I'm doing it in vitro. I'm going for the in vitro, that's for sure. But the animal studies.
Actually, Lindsay, animal study is not compulsory for this study because this itraconazole is well-known antifungal activity drug. So that drug, you are only the delivery system you are changing. By that way, it will not be drastically change the biopharmacokinetics. So you no need to go for the animal study compulsorily. If you are doing that, it will be added evidence and proof that if you want, you can do that. That we can. You not must, because if we some natural products, if you are taking and trying, means definitely you need to go for the antifungal activity. But the itraconazole is a well-known antifungal drug. So only you are changing the delivery pattern. It will not be drastically change the biopharmacokinetics and parameters. So no need to go for this one. But if you are doing also good. Okay.
Yes. And regarding the histopathological studies, that will be good no, sir, to go for histopathological.
Histopathological study, definitely it will be very useful for this study. This instead of this, you can go for histopathological study. That will
Histopathological study.
be
Okay, so
more relevant for this your particular these formulations.
Okay. So rather going for this animal study, it is better to go for the histopathological studies, right?
Histopathological study. Yes, correct.
Okay, sir. So that is the main. So actually, my aim is to target the drug delivery, the drug to the nail cuticle.
Nail.
That is my aim.
Nail
That's
cuticle.
my work.
Yes.
Nail
Yes.
cuticle
That,
also. And this nail patches are not available in the market also. It is not available in the market. That I have searched. In Indian market, nail patches are not available. And the available formulations, definitely it is not available. I have searched. And available formulations are nail lacquers are available, and nail this ointments are available, and like this are available, and solution suspensions are available. But nail patches are not available in Indian market. It is not available. I've searched.
Okay.
It is not available.
Even
And in it is available, but in Indian market it is not available. And one patent have been taken for this particular nail patches. One patent is there.
Okay.
And so regarding the selection of the polymers, I've selected Utragit S100, EC, ether cellulose, hydroxy, HPMC selected. These are three polymers I've selected, and I have to select one adhesive also. That is a drug delivery. Since it is a patches, no, I have to select the adhesive also.
Yes, correct. That's why you chosen. Among the three, you are going to take one, or all the three you are going to use in the same formulation?
Three polymers, three various combinations I'm taking. Three I'm taking.
Three taking, but various combinations. Various combinations you need to optimize.
By applying design of experiments, I'm taking various combinations for optimization.
Yes, correct. That's good. And that also you need to explain while choosing a polymer, no? The selection of polymer, selection of drug. So you need to add 1-2 headings, subheadings. The selection of ration for selection of drug, then selection of polymer. Then why you chosen the polymer, why you chosen a drug, you need to explain. So in that place, why you methods no need. That solvent evaporation technique because that is separate. You are doing in the AHP. Analytical hierarchy process, multi-criteria decision making you are using for the selection of technique. Okay, that's no need. Method also, don't write in the writing, you make it a flowchart. What you are going to do in the formulation. So like what is the steps involved in the formulation, like a flowchart. Don't write anything on the minimum writing, maximum flowcharts, figures, that will be easy attractions. In the work plan also, year-wise plan, also you make it as a flow chart. So first year what you are planning, second year what you are planning, third year you are planning. Yeah, whenever you are writing a proposal should be completed in the first 2.5 years. Then third 6 months is last 6 months is the writing of projects, a report. So that way only you need to propose, because all the projects will be, if your departmental projects, 5 years periods they may give, any funding bodies. Very individual projects, maximum 3 years on the period only. So 3 years you need to be planned accordingly. What is the first year plan? What is the second year plan? Then what is the third year you plan? So you have to segregate. Then only by seeing this, the evaluator will evaluate you how you are going to achieve your project.
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yes, sir.
Good. All the best.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thank you. All the best.
Sir.
All the best.
And so I'm thanking you very much for accepting my request.
No. My pleasure.
And also, I'm really thankful to you, and I'm very proud to say that he guided me, and he's one of my guiders on
Yes,
the
sir. No,
sir.
no
Thank you.
problem. No issue. With pleasure. With pleasure.
Okay.
See, by
Okay.
discussing, I will learn anything. That's a learning process. Okay. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for the
Okay, sir. Thank
opportunity.
Okay.
you. And,
Okay. Thank
and
you.
once
Thank you.
again, I'm thanking to Sunil sir for arranging a webinar of how to write a research proposal. Since we the faculties, we the junior faculties are facing a lot of problems, and we need a guidance of how to write a proposal. So I'm very thankful to the Dev Mother College for introducing, for arranging a webinar like this. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, Dr. Venkatesan has given a very detailed and review of what the work is there. And as he said, minimum writing, that's the most important part of any project proposal. And he has very carefully gone through the proposal also, and he has given a lot of suggestions also. Now, I am not taking much time, and I would like to invite the next participant, that is Ginu Matthew. She is from chemistry, but still you can give some general advice. We can her proposal. Ginu, please.
Okay. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Ginu Matthew from Kottayam, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
Kottayam.
This college, Kottayam.
It's a private or Kottayam government?
Aided college, sir. Government aided.
Yeah, government
See,
aided college.
can you
Okay.
stop your presentation? Limbs Thambi, can you stop presenting?
Sharing. She can share.
Yeah, okay.
Can you see, sir?
No, not able to see your slides.
Okay.
One of my classmates working in Kottayam, sir.
Okay.
Professor Ravi Kumar's daughter. Professor
Can you see,
Kumar
sir,
daughter.
And now it's coming.
Now it's presenting. Now it's coming.
Okay.
Okay, sir. Good morning, sir. Good morning, Sunil, sir. Good morning, Venkatesan, sir.
Okay.
My project report is all about the isolation of phytochemicals. Yeah, the isolation of phytochemicals from medicinally important plants and its characterization and the study of its bioactivity. The title is Chemical Profiling, In Silico Analysis and Molecular Simulation of Selected Phytochemicals from Underutilized Plants in Kerala as Biopesticides.
Okay,
Coming
sir.
to the
Ginu,
Okay,
one second, sir. When we are presenting some guidance, shall we give, sir? Or after completion, we'll do, sir. Whatever your suggestion will do. Only thing is,
I think at the end of the presentation you give. Otherwise, they will be interrupted. Okay. You allow her to present for 5 minutes.
No,
After 5 minutes.
Okay, sir. That's why. Okay, you can carry on.
Okay, sir. Thank you. The origin of my proposal is, as we all know that the medicinal plants are vital natural supply which constitute one of the potential sources of new products and bioactive compounds for drug development. Reports of such investigation have showed promising biological activities of crude extract obtained from different morphological parts of various plants. In agricultural field, an alternative for the excessive use of synthetic pesticides need urgent attention. Essential oil-based formulation are one of the most studied and potential alternative to synthetic pesticides. Actually, we wish to extract the essential oil from the underutilized plants, and the guidance or why we choose this is that we were able to extract the essential oil from the flower of Clerodendron inerme and Clerodendron infortunatum, and its chief component analyzed by GCMS was found to have anti-phytopathogenic activity. So we would like to extend our work for the extraction and analysis of essential oil from the underutilized plants in Kerala. There are a number of plants which have limited number of studies describing the bioactivities of chemical constituents, and this open up new horizon for researchers to explore this raw material as potential nutraceutical and pharmaceutical products. Based on the results obtained in vitro assay and GCMS analysis, the major component of essential oil will be selected for in silico ligand target protein analysis. The importance of project in the content of current status is, we all know that the increase of concern of environmental pollution, food poisoning, and persistence of residue in environment resulting from synthetic pesticides has necessitated the shift of interest to green pesticides, mainly essential oil, which are promising botanical pesticides that are cheap, environment friendly, and capable of enhancing sustainable crop protection. Besides direct application of essential oil in the field, we can also find application by affecting them at the time of their storage and transport. Essential oil can be considered as a veritable candidate in pest management, and exploring the constituents of essential oil in the management of pests and insects will be unavoidable in the future. At present, only few bioinsecticides are available in the market for farmers, mainly based on neem plant. By molecular docking study, the binding mode of major components of essential oil can be evaluated, and thereby a possible mechanism of action can be understood. The mechanism of action of essential oil in most of the cases are less clearly understood, and by computational study, we can get an idea about the mode of action of pesticides and the target insect. The expected outcome of the project is, the present study aimed to isolate the phytochemical constituent, the chemical constituents, and the anti-insecticidal property of essential oil isolated from the aerial part of underutilized plants in Kerala. Besides insecticidal property, the antimicrobial, anti-cancer, and antioxidant property can also be evaluated. Usually, terpenes and oxygenated terpenoids are the main constituents of essential oil. And these terpenes, previous reports have shown that the terpenes and the oxygenated terpenoids isolated from the aerial parts of plants are found to have insecticidal as well as other medicinal property. The bioactivity of phytochemical is rooted in the diversity of their molecular structure, which gives them specific property. Even though the properties of the phytochemicals isolated from the plants are well understood, there can be a possibility that based on the difference in the geographical condition, the climate, the nature of the soil, and other factors, there is a possibility that new phytochemicals may be originated or may be developed in the plants in order to overcome the current stress of climate, or there can be a change in the structure of the phytochemicals already reported. By theoretical in silico study for selected chemical compounds identified in the obtained essential oil, it is possible to establish a possible mechanistic pathway for its anti-insecticidal activity involved in vivo activity, and findings of in silico study might validate the results of in vivo activity. Coming to the methodology, a brief slide or brief sentence regarding the methodology. With the aim of which plant to study and for what type of activity, plants are collected from various districts, and it is identified and authenticated with the help of a plant taxonomist. The leaf, flower, and rhizomes of the plant is crushed, grinded, and subjected to steam distillation. The essential oil can be separated. by extraction using suitable organic solvent. The chemical profiling can be carried out using GCMS analysis. The major component is separated using chromatographic technique and it can be characterized using various spectroscopic technique. By molecular docking study, it is extensively used in natural product research. So we want to determine the potential use of essential oil isolated from the plant as leads in the discovery of insecticide using docking on some proteins recognized as targets for pesticides. So this is all about a brief summary of my project proposal. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Dr. Venkatesh, can you?
Yes. I'll do that. Gino, first of all, I wanted first title. Title should be precise and meaningful with the specific area. So you are telling that one general word, two general word in your title. One is that underutilized plants. What you are meaning by that? Underutilized plants means many plants will come to that. In which plant you are going to take, which category of plant or which category you are going to take, or how many number of plants you want to take it in your study, that will be vague, very wider information. You are not sure about everyone. So that when writing a proposal, which family or which category you are going to select, you need to be addressed. That docking also, which method in silico docking and all, you need to explain the methodology. No need to be mentioned in the titles. So only your idea is the estimation of essential oil characterization as a pesticides. Correct? No. That is your ultimate pesticide. Biopesticides or pesticides.
Biopesticides, sir.
That is why I'm saying biopesticide. Your major concern is creating a biopesticide from the plant source. That you have to focus in your study. So your title should be reflect on this. So the formulation or preparation or silico model, whatever it may be using, you can bring into the methodology or study objective that you can bring. But your ultimate aim is we are going to that you are related to that, you plan a title. Okay, that is one. Another when you are telling very what is the status of this, only neem related products only having as a biopesticides. That is very well thorough knowledge is the available. What way, if you are selecting which category of plants, that can be compared with the existing biosynthesis. If I are your general now, correct? No, you are general. If you are selecting a specific plant, then it can be considered compatible with the existing biopesticides. What way it's our plant will be maybe a superior. That also you can establish. Then another one is while selecting extraction methods, you are going for the organic solvent methods and aqueous solvent. Which is the suitable solvent? We need to be present in that methodology, because each solvent, the activity will be vary. So whenever this, if you are going ethanolic extract, different pharmacological activities you may get. So that period you have to be detailing, you have to mention that with methodology, then with method you are going to separate that chromatographic techniques. You said chromatographic techniques, that characterization by the profiling by the GCMS, but the separation chromatographic maybe a LCMS or HPLC, you need to go for that. So that you need to be addressed. Okay, no? Okay. Then that point you need. Then you need to establish the significance outcome, your expected outcome. You said no. That is, what is the expecting outcome? What based you are expecting the outcome? That you can get only based on the which category of plants you selected. Only you can write. Now in general you write. It may be useful for the pesticide like a neem product. But if you are selecting a product, that you can expect as a expect outcome.
Sir, the problem is that when if sir, can I tell something, sir?
Yes.
Yeah,
You tell me.
sir,
You tell me.
sir, if we give the name of the particular plant in our project proposal, and if we are not getting the expected result, that will be a problem, no, sir. That's why we are not telling the plant.
See, once again, I'll tell you, Gino, no project proposal will give a 100% result, project result. See, you are doing, if you are selecting a plant, if you are testing, if not presenting any significant reference, that you report. But you are truly, say, only thing is, truly report this, we are not an expected outcome came. Many of the project proposals are giving a negative results. That is, giving negative result is not a bad practice. So giving negative result, or it may be a positive result or negative result. You have to select, because all the plants you cannot try in the 3 years period. SERB period is only 3 years. You cannot check with multiple product. You cannot select this product, this product. See, you need to go for detailed study, because one plant identification, collection, and this extraction, it will itself take 2 years, 1.5 years. It may go off. When you are isolation, it may take another 6 months. So you cannot try number of plants. So that will not at all suitable. See, when you are telling underutilized plants, that itself they will be, you are not focused on sub plants. They may come to conclude that it's a worthy project, or they will come to the conclude. So that's why you should be a more specific. Whatever it may be, you are getting positive result or negative result, that you don't mind now. So once you are getting a project, then you are going to work on that. What is the activity comes, you have to present it. That's all. So you don't bother about
actually, sir, actually we have the plan in our hand, but we are afraid whether if we specify that plan in our proposal and we are not getting the result.
Don't think like this. Actually, whenever you are doing more specific, means they may see, if I am coming, if you are able to work or not, how I will evaluate. Because if you are more confident in your work, I will give that opportunity. See, if I am having a 5 student, I want to give 1 person who is more confident, I will give the project. So like same, like if you have to confidently present, this is the plant. This the plant is maybe this may be a effective pesticide. It may be, it may not. That is no issue. So now you are writing a project proposal. You have to that particular plant. You have to think, what is the current status? Which, if, for example, if you are taking curcumin or any one product, that if you are, what are the current status, national or international status? How much I can already available? What is the labs is there? What way I can, best way I can prepare? That you have to focus. So don't bother about negative results. Okay, that remaining part, I think the headings and all you clearly planned, and only one thing is, when you are defining a problem, that very clearly you have to define the issue, then you have to give the solutions. That way you have to the solution is, now essential oil may use as a effective biopesticides. That is your problem solving issue. The conclusion and outcome also should be present, same thing. So when you are telling the problem, I need a biopesticides other than the neem source or something effective. The underutilized plants are there. That plant you are going to mention. This may be a your conclusion. This may be a potential biopesticides. This may be a, because now you are writing a proposal. This may be a potential biopesticide. It may not be. Now this may be a potential biopesticide. It may not be. The negative result you can present. No issue in that. Nobody will ask why you are telling that you refund the fund. They won't tell. Don't worry. So actually, many people we are trying. Don't feel about the negative results or negative values and all the things. Just you give a positive. The whatever comes, it you present. That's it. No issue in that.
Okay. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Thank you,
Okay.
sir.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks.
Yeah, I think any doubt, anything, you can call me. No issue. Anytime. Limsi having
Thank you,
number
sir.
or sir also having number. Anytime, if you any
Okay.
suggestion, you can call me. No issue. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay, and this time also, Venkatesan given a very detailed review
No.
because from different
Okay, sir.
subjects, all these disciplines are closely related. Even I am also from zoology, still I could understand almost 100% of what you are telling. So that is the way the science are related, because at the higher level,
Yes,
there
sir.
is only science, there is no
Yes.
separation. Okay, now I don't
Yes, sir.
take too much time. We have one more participant.
Mumtaz.
Mumtaz,
Yes, sir.
Mumtaz, can you start presenting?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Mumtaz also Serb, no?
Yeah. So, it's from zoology. My subject is also zoology.
Yes, sir.
Wait, sir. 1 minute, sir.
Okay, Mumtaz, can you put it into view mode, read mode, so that we can see it better? Click the view button, view tab. There is a tab here, view tab. Please,
View tab.
please click that view tab and click on the view. View at the upper side, click on that view. Then read mode. Yeah, that's fine.
Read mode or
Yeah, that's it.
full screen reading mode? Yes, sir.
Or full screen mode, that's up to you. You click full screen.
You are convenient. You are.
Yeah.
Okay. Respected resource person, Dr. Venkatesan, sir, research coordinator, the Mother College, sir, and my dear co-participants.
Mumtaz,
Morning to
it's
all.
not.
Yeah.
Mumtaz, 1 minute. We cannot see it.
Yeah.
Can you go back? Press escape button.
Yes.
Press escape button.
Yes, sir. 1 minute, wait. Stop presenting, then again you can restart.
Please present it once more.
Okay. Is it okay, sir?
No, it's not coming.
No?
Now it's coming. Now it's coming. Okay.
Okay, you present that way also.
Okay.
Okay, that's fine. You, Mumtaz, you continue.
Okay, sir. Okay, good morning all. My project's topic is fish faunal diversity of Kawai backwaters, Malabar coast of India, and its identification of its biological and man-made threats. Objectives, the first paragraph reveals about my preliminary studies about the fish fauna of this ecosystem. In that study, we can find out a total of 55 species under 20 genera comprising 29 families belonging to 17 orders of and were recorded from the Kawai backwater. As per our previous studies, the studies just going on. Further studies are required to identify other fish species and to ascertain the reasons for variations in faunal diversity of this ecosystem. This is an estuarine ecosystem. So the many of the fish fauna also represents the marine members. So it is also functioning as an edge effect function and is also a ecotone ecosystem. Okay. Then the objectives of my studies are analyze the fish fauna diversity of this ecosystem belonging to the Malabar coast of India. Then observe the seasonal variations in the distribution of different groups of fishes. Then identify the fish fauna in the species level using the morphometric characters and also with the molecular technology. The next objective of my study is identify the gene sequence of different groups of fishes using the molecular taxonomy, molecular technique, and also for depicting the lineage between the members of the same groups among the groups. Then identify the edge effect phenomenon of brackish water ecosystem with respect to fish faunal diversity. Similarly, identify the metazoan parasites infested on the brackish water fishes. Actually, it is a biological threat to the piscine fauna. Then, similarly, analyze the man-made threat of this ecosystem by monitoring the physical, chemical parameters of the water quality either seasonally or at regular interval. Then, based on this result, to plan out the different conservation strategies of this natural resource. Okay, sir. Next, my expected outcome of this proposal. The proposed study would be helpful to establish an inventory on fish faunal diversity of this ecosystem. The data gathered through this study will serve as a baseline to analyze the effects of different factors like physical, chemical, biological, and man-made on the fish fauna and also on the aquatic environment. So the conclusion of this research would be helpful for the development of strategy for the conservation and sustainability of this ecosystem. Till now, sustainable. Okay, sir.
Okay, Karen.
Okay, till now the sustainable development and management of this complex aquatic environment is unattended. Fish fauna can be harmed by changes in the environment, human activities, chemical pollutions, and other man interventions like sand mining, industrialization, urbanization, etc. It is necessary to have more understanding about the significance of this ecosystem in sustaining the captive fisheries and the growing aquaculture aspect. At various levels, by effective use of this information in policy making, development management, research, and conservation could help to alleviate the current predicament. Actually, next is the origin of the proposal. Sorry, sir. Really, I am just presenting this my submitted one. I didn't prepare the separate in a presentation mode. I just prepared this.
No problem.
No problem.
That's okay.
Just very short, within our busy teaching time, I just prepared a, without taking any more effort like that. So, I'm very sorry, sir. Then
no issue.
Next is the origin of the proposal. The Kawai backwater is the largest in the northern Kerala. A diverse range of wildlife fauna can be found in this backwaters and also associated wetlands with the Kawai estuary. So this is a lesser known ecosystem. Actually, this ecosystem is supplied with the major 5 rivers and its tributary streams like Kankol, Vannathikchal. Like since the earlier time, historical time, British India Eastern Company administration throughout the past centuries, this Kawai River was an inland harbor and also was a key administrative center at that time. Later on, this ecosystem is interfered with many human activity, but in the scientific way, it is unattended and it is not well studied till now. Like other estuarine system of the comparatively to the other estuarine system of Cochin backwaters like. Kawai backwater is spotted with various small and large islands, of which the largest one is the Valyaparamba. This area is a rich resource of agriculture and fishing as primary sources of islanders, and also scheduled beach. Valyaparamba is also hunting this backwater. So this backwater and surrounding ecosystems are ecologically very significant. Next slide is a review of status of research and studies of the diversity and resilience of regions of Kawai backwaters are there, and fishery resources of has received only little attention hitherto. This proposal aims to explore the various threats to fish fauna in this water backward area. The importance of the proposed project in the context of parasites. As we know, biodiversity is an indicator of health of aquatic ecosystem. Proper understanding of this fauna and habitats are of great importance for the effective successive management program for its conservation. Next slide is project is located location specific basis for location guided.
Hello, Mumtaz. Mumtaz, okay. Her range is not very good.
Very, yes, sir. Unstable.
Yeah, because she's from northern part of Kerala. There may be heavy rain. There may be some issue.
Yes, sir. Maybe, sir.
Yeah.
How she is collecting samples, sir? Mumtaz, collection of samples.
Then we have
using
it. Because we will be collecting her topic is on fish diversity. So using net, they will be catching the fish.
Fish. How many times they will collect, sir, for confirming this diversity?
No, it's basically a taxonomy. So they will be collecting as much times. There is no fixed number of time. Basically, a taxonomy that is just want to confirm how many species of fish, are present there.
Yes, sir. But monthly, one time is collecting, and been at least 2-3 times.
That's important.
That's important.
Yeah, there should be a periodicity. Okay.
Periodicity is important. Then collection place also important.
Yeah. And one problem I found in her project is that too many objectives are there.
Many objectives.
Many objectives are there, which may not be able to
She has
achieve.
to focus. Yes, sir. She has to focus on very limited specific. Yes. So that I feel interested. That's why I'm observing. I'm thinking. So this area new to us, but even though sample collection, how it will be, then how many intervals they are collecting when they are comparing a diversity. That should be periodically they have to monitor, no?
Yeah. Okay. We'll wait for her. Yeah.
Okay.
And her work is very good because she is doing classical taxonomy and also the modern DNA barcoding technique. So both are combined, and that is the present approach.
That is important.
Yeah. So Genu and LIMS, you will be making the modifications, sir has told you. So after 1 month or 1.5 month, we will have one more presentation,
session.
and maybe other teachers
Definitely,
will also be there. So
Okay,
you can
sir.
take one minimum
okay.
1 month, 1 month with some correction.
Ah.
And as you tell, I think the most important thing, we have to write and rewrite several times. That is the most important thing
Yes,
in any
yes.
proposal.
See,
Several times we have because
my suggestion is you correction, you keep it 2 days, you leave. Don't forget about this one. Again, you come and read. You will get a different thinking. So that keep on working on that. You may exhaust. So you prepare as one set of writing. After completion of writing, you give it 2 days, 3 days blank space. Then after 3 days, you come and read yourself. You have plenty of ideas and corrections in that. So 3 or 4 times you're rewriting, it will be very refined way it will come out. My suggestion is don't write more on your writing method. You make it as a graphical and present like bullet or flowcharts. That will be easily attract your evaluator. Second thing is how you are going to achieve that part. You need to make it as a research design. I think research design, how we need to prepare. I think Limsi have in her thesis she's having. So whatever it may be, whatever work it may be, the research design we have to plan. What is my first objective? Then how I am going to achieve that? Then what is the second step? How I am going to achieve that? That if you are writing, definitely the evaluator will consider that she's sound in that subject. So that it will mean that they may complete the project in a successful way. So that is why research design is more focused in the methodology place. So according to that, if you are able to write, definitely the evaluator will consider these people will be able to do the project. That is right. Then whenever you keep in your mind, whenever they are how much the fund is restricted, with that you have to apply the fund. So if you should not, if you are giving restricted with the 15 lakhs, you should not apply the 16 lakhs or 18 lakhs or 19 lakhs. So within the 15 lakhs, how much you are planning? According to how much they allotted, with that I am planning for, this is for equipment, this is for manpower, this is for contingency. How you have to financial requirement planning also very significant way. When you are applying a constraint, they have a constraint only in the financial limit. See, if I'm able to give a 10 projects, I have to give each project how much I need to plan. So whenever you are writing a proposal with a minimum budget, with a scientific way, if you are presenting, see, any budget if you are writing, see, 80% should be in the non-recurring. Recurring should be in the 20%, maximum of 20%. So I think you might know what is meant by recurring and non-recurring head. Recurring in whatever the consumables, chemicals, glassware, books, all these materials comes in the recurring materials. Recurring expenses. Non-recurring expenses, that means the fixed asset like equipment or softwares, whatever you are planning, that should be in the 80% of the project fund. So if you are 10 lakhs, means 8 lakhs for that, 2 lakhs for the recurring head. If you are planning like this, then usually will attract three things. How you are going to achieve your project, that methodology will explain. What is your project research background, that will given by the research motivation of your work. Then what is the financial constraint, that it will be given by the financial requirement of your requirement. That will give the clear indication.
Mumtaz, can you hear now? Mumtaz, can you hear? She's back here.
I think I think her network
She's back.
it's unstable.
It may be a network
problem. Okay, sir. We will directly you suggest my things, sir. Whatever given this, if you want to ask her,
I am recording it, so I will send all these
sir.
3 participants later your video so that I can.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Thanks.
Okay. Mumtaz, can you tell? She's there.
She's there, but I think
And one thing I have noticed about in the presentation of 3 is that you need to prepare a good budget, and that is another important thing. Yeah, because only by preparing the budget, our work become more specific, and you have to keep in touch with some local equipment suppliers, and you have to get the codes from them, because while sending a proposal to SERB, they will ask for code. So keep in touch with some local suppliers of equipment, chemicals, and try to get the price of the equipment that you intend to purchase. Okay, Mumtaz, can you tell now?
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. I will rewrite this one. Okay.
No. Yeah, let the Dr.
Actually, I didn't put much effort to this work. That's why just as a part of the participation. That's why I prepared the file and sent it.
What I felt is that it is a good work. It is similar to the project that currently I am having. I am focusing on the diversity of spider. But in your proposal, what I found is that there are too many objectives. And what you have to do is that you have to limit the objectives. Select only, I think you can only focus on taxonomy and the molecular barcoding or molecular systematics. Other objectives may not be easy to achieve. So we have only 3 years time, and we won't be able to achieve all the objectives in 3 years. So focus on some objectives. Just focus on the morphology part, taxonomy part, and the molecular systematics or the DNA barcoding. And because of the DNA barcoding has a lot of significance, and most of the funding agencies usually ask for molecular taxonomy. Then under the project summary, you have mentioned previous works are that is not needed. In the project summary, what is the importance of the work and what is the methodology that you are going to adopt? And as far as the expected output are concerned, what I felt is that what we are going to achieve from our work, that is what we have to highlight. So that is that that part we have to discuss in the expected our output from the result, our output that we are going to get from the proposal, the project. That is the thing that you have to mention. Then in the original proposal that you have mentioned, I think that you have to clearly state why I am doing this proposal, from how I come into this proposal, how I got this idea. So that is the aspect that we have to mention, the origin of the proposal, why, how, and why I am doing this proposal. So that aspect, that is because this original proposal is coming in the first part of your project. So most of the people will be definitely reading that, the project summary and the original proposal. They will definitely read. Then only they will be going to the other pages.
Again, she left, sir. I think. Anyway, sir. Anyway, it's a very important for others also. The origin of the project is very important. She came.
As I mentioned earlier, the schedule of the work, 3 year, first year that we are going to do this much work, second year this much, that we have to show as a bulleted point. So that because most of the review, they don't have a lot of time to completely go through our proposal. They will just skip through it, read it. So unless we can send it in a graphical way. So the pictures can immediately catch the attention of the eyes. So if we have a lot of graphs, we have a lot of bulleted points, they will immediately go through that. So that is the way we can do to catch the attention of the reviewer. Mumtaz, can you hear now?
Yes.
Okay, sir.
And another thing that I have noticed, your budget is too low. You only put 5 lakhs. With the budget, you cannot do that. Because even for the field work, you have mentioned very little amount for the field work. I think 50,000. For the field work, I think you have 1,60,000. That may not be enough for you to do that. And for the DNA.
Okay, actually, what is the exact budget or?
That was what I am suggesting.
They will be provided.
You have to.
Ceiling.
അറിയില്ല. Okay. That normally I will tell you that for a project they will give you a project fellow. The project fellow will be for 3 years the salary of the project fellow will be 10 lakhs. Then the other for the consumables they will be giving 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs. Then for the contingency also 1 lakh or 1.5 lakhs. Then for the travel also they will give 1.5 lakhs. But in a proposal like you cannot achieve your objective. You cannot won't be able to go to the field with a budget of 1.5 lakh. 1.5 lakh means in 1 year you get only 50,000. For one field visit, if you are spending 3-4 days in the field, that itself will cost around 5,000 or 6,000, sometimes 8,000. Because most of the time you will be getting a girl as the project fellow, and you need to send an assistant also. So it will be going to the field is very expensive, because I have project fellows that each time they go when they are going, most of the time they have to spend minimum 8,000, 10,000. So if you have a budget of 50,000, you know how many visits is possible. So increase that minimum 1 lakh you need to have for a 1 year.
Yeah,
so 3 lakhs or if you give 5 lakhs, you get at least 3 lakhs. So, but if you are putting 5 lakhs, the problem is that they will ask you for why that much amount. Then you have to give a proper justification. Then they will, Then under DNA barcoding. Okay.
No problem. So you continue. You continue.
Okay. Under the DNA barcoding also, you put up 1,500 for that. In Rajiv Gandhi Center for Biotechnology at Trivandrum, they will give you at this price. For a sample, they charge only 1,500. But most of the private centers, they are charging high amount. There is one center in Cochin, they charge around 8,000 per sample. So if you want to be able to get the specimen sequence from Rajiv Gandhi, you should have budget for that. I think you have to increase that 75,000 to around 4 lakh or something. Then only you will be able to achieve, you can able to give the to undertake sequencing of at least some 50 specimens. Because if the Rajiv Gandhi Center of Biotechnology is not supporting you with the sequencing, then you will be in trouble. So these are the problems that we are facing. So preparing the budget, carefully prepare the budget, because when we are preparing the budget and our project takes more shape, and we will be more focused. We know where to focus on, what are the specific areas we have to address. So such things we can do. Then to all other participants, I want to say that, and in any proposal there are 3 areas. One is the idea. We are now going through the idea part. Then there is a part called the individual who is submitting the proposal. So all 3 should into your CV. In the college website also, your CV should be very striking. So make whatever modification is possible in your college website. Improve the profile. So just now when I am going to the profile of Venkatesan sir, I could get everything about him for 5 minutes. Just like that, we will be able to understand about 1 or 2 minutes. So that's a very important thing. Some reviewers may go, who is submitting this proposal? Then about the institution. Now the institution is also important. If your institution is having A grade or A+ grade, then there is higher chance. So these are the 3 areas. Now I would like to ask Dr. Venkatesan to share some more points. And before, okay, sir, please.
Yes, sir. No. Actually, thank you, sir. Mumtaz, when you are studying, budget is very, very important than others. See, actually, you prepared in the small head up. I think is DNA sequencing, then sample collection and all. But your project is only through sample collection only, very important. So that part you need to give more amount to this area. So while preparing budget, you have to be very careful. SERB project is 20 lakhs rupees. So you have to plan according to wherever that. Then one point, sir said that the research fellow will be given. Though if you are under the age of 45, if you are applying research fellow, sometimes may not be available. They won't allow. So that may be cut. So if you other people's, you have to go for the that already sir said that you have to be tie up with your local suppliers and all. Particular make, what is the make you are going to purchase, model, everything you need to collect before applying a project proposal, because you need to apply in the proposal itself without attach the quotation. So this is the things I am planning for that. So you have to give the quotation also. That will give the more significance how much you are focus on the study. So that and all you have to be carry out. So while doing the corrections, you keep in touch with the suppliers. What is the equipment you may need in your study? That now itself you go through the models available. What is the cost allowed with that? That and all you now go through that and have a tie up and link with the anytime you may be get the proposal, that is a quotation from them. You have to attach in the your proposal. So remaining all we will discuss any point of time, anything. If able to help, you can call me, no problem. I will try to help you. If possible, one more session also we'll have in future. That is.
Thank you,
Okay,
sir.
thank you, sir. So we had a very fruitful interaction, I think. I think
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
participants have presented very well. And Dr. Venkatesan sir also gave a very valuable inputs. I think it will be useful for all three. Now, after 1 month or 1.5 months, we will have one more session so that you will have some more idea. And I think more teachers will be coming forward in the next session. So already some 20 participants have registered for this, but only 3 have submitted the proposal. Now, a few more have informed me that they will be submitting the proposal in coming days. So after one month or 1.5 months, depending on the convenience of all of us, we will have one more session. And they can improve. And you also try to improve your proposal going through these weeks. So let's have a so at the end of the year, all 3 will be ready. I think your proposals are good, and they are capable of being funded. That's what I felt. All 3 have a good proposal.
Yes, sir, yes, sir.
Try to do it and improve your CV and submit it. Definitely, all 3 will get. And I am sure that you will 3 submit to SERB, submit to the Kerala State Science and Environment Committee. Definitely, you will be getting this year or next year or after 2-3 years. You will get. With that aim, you submit the proposal. So thank you once again, sir. You are very generous. You are very. I don't expect so much valuable, but you are saying you are really experienced. You know.
No.
I think I'm now thinking of conducting a session with you for my college teachers also, because they are also that will be also very valuable for us. Okay, so thank you for coming and thank you for accepting us. Okay.
Thank you.
So Lindsay, thank you. And Jinu,
sir,
thank you.
And one more thing I have to ask, sir. And in our stream, in pharmaceutical stream, in which funding agencies are much prone for getting our proposals, sir? In the case pharmaceutics,
pharmaceutical science, now the current situation is UGC not funding more. Now that no more UGC. I hope that now DST and DBT. Whenever you are going for the DBT, Department of Biotechnology, the pharmacy peoples, we are getting more funding. If you are able to interlinking with the science and or any other field like biological sciences, you will get more chances.
Yes, sir. Yes, and this I'm searching for a short fund that is up to 1 lakh to I'm searching for this in the case of DBT they are giving for 50 lakhs, 25 lakhs. The amount is very high and they are expecting much more work, right? So in our constraints of our college and our area, that is much more difficult, sir. So is there any small short funds are available with having the small amount and
yes, is
hello.
Fund. Is it audible? Is it audible?
So, no, sir.
Yes. We can.
Yes,
no
sir.
problem.
ICMR, you can go for this. ICMR having both funding. So 3 years funding also available, 1 year funding also available. That's with the minimum 1 year period with 1.5 lakhs projects is available. You can achieve, but yearly 2 times they make a call for come. Now this ICMR having one more project now. Now the call for is there. Up to September is available one call for COVID management schemes are there. In that you can anything if you are like a primary health center or in your place any hospital, you can tie up with this and you can make it some small project. You can work on that. So this type
COVID
of things are coming. COVID management after COVID. What is the management plans for the education institute or people, individuals that they are planning, that they are encouraging. If you are applying that after COVID, what is the management for the education institutions? How they are going to start their reprocessing all the things. So plenty of things you can write many things. We'll discuss. I think I'm also need to go through that. Any funded projects is there, I'll forward to you.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
And sir, one more thing, Venkatesh, I want to play one more thing. Sir, in Kerala state is giving funding for the students project. Like that, Tamil Nadu is also giving for the project, sir.
Yes. Tamil Nadu Science and Technology.
And can we Kerala people apply for that? Can we Kerala people apply for that?
I don't have idea, but I'll try to ask them and I'll update you. This is Tamil Nadu Science and Technology.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Then another
like then Kerala State Science and Technology is having.
I'll share one list of funding agencies to you. I think that may help you. I think some around 15-20 funding agency list I have. I'll share to you through WhatsApp. You can share with your friends. So wherever the possibility is there, you can knock and you will try to get. I'll update you.
And I'll share to Sunil sir also. So she can share to his group, right? Okay. Moreover, Sunil sir also shared some list of funding agents to me also. That is with me.
Okay.
I'll add to that. Okay, sir. Thank you. Sir, it's a very nice presentation.
Thank you.
I'd like to thank everyone who have participated in this session.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, so
thank you.
Try to prepare a good proposal, and after 1 month or 1.5 months, we will have one more session. So thank you all, especially special thanks to our resource person, Dr. P. Venkatesan. So thank you, sir. We'll be in touch with you again.
No, thank you, sir. Thank you. Okay, sir. We'll be in touch.
Okay, thank you,
sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, sir. That is nice.
ഞാൻ നമ്പർ എഴുതിയിട്ടുണ്ടായിരുന്നു, കണ്ടോ? മുംതാസിന് നല്ല പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ആണോ? അതൊന്ന് ഇംപ്രൂവ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. കാരണം അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് കുറെ ഏരിയയിൽ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതിൻ്റെ അകത്ത് എനിക്ക് തോന്നിയത് മെയിൻലി ടാക്സോണമി, മോളിക്കുലർ കൂടെ എടുത്താൽ മതി. എല്ലാം കൂടി എടുത്തു കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ ഉദാഹരണമായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ എഡ്ജ് എഫക്റ്റ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. പക്ഷെ മെറ്റസോൺ, പാരസൈറ്റ്സ്, മാൻമെയ്ഡ് ത്രെഡ്സ്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊന്നും നമുക്ക് അത് നമുക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാരണം ആ ഒരു ലിമിറ്റഡ് ടൈമിൽ നമുക്ക് ചെയ്ത് പൂർത്തീകരിക്കാൻ പറ്റത്തില്ല. അപ്പൊ ഒന്ന് ഫിഷിന്റെ ഐഡന്റിഫിക്കേഷൻ എടുക്കുക, പിന്നെ അതിന്റെ മോർഫോളജി പഠിക്കുക, പിന്നെ അതിന്റെ ഒരു മോളിക്കുലർ ടാക്സോണമി അത് ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുക. പിന്നെ വേണമെങ്കിൽ എഡ്ജ് എഫക്റ്റ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ പറയാം. കാരണം അതിനൊരു ഇമ്പോർട്ടൻസ് ഇല്ല. പിന്നെ കൺസർവേഷൻ, DNA ബാർകോഡിങ്, അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ വളരെ ഇതാണ്. ഇന്നലെ ഒരു ദിവസം ഞാനൊരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ് കുഫോസിന്റെ കണ്ട് ഡിജിറ്റൽ കാറ്റലോഗ് ഓഫ് കോറൽസ് ആണ് വേണമെങ്കിൽ അങ്ങനെ ചെയ്യാം. അതായത് ഒരു ഡിജിറ്റൽ കാറ്റലോഗ് ഓഫ് ഡൈവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഓഫ് വൈസ് മാത്രം കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. അതായത് നമ്മൾ ഫിഷിനെ കളക്ട് ചെയ്യുന്നു, നമ്മൾ അതിനെ DNA സീക്വൻസ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അത് NCBI അപ്ലോഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നു, അത്രേ ഉള്ളൂ.
അപ്പൊ എനിക്ക് എളുപ്പമുണ്ട്. അതാണ് എനിക്ക് PhD വർക്ക് ഇപ്പൊ ജസ്റ്റ് സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്തതേ ഉള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ ഞാന് അതില് പിന്നെ പ്രത്യേകിച്ചിട്ട് പാരസൈറ്റോളജി പാർട്ട് കേരള നമ്മുടെ ഈ നോർത്തേൺ പാർട്ടിൽ ഇല്ല.
അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ അതിൽ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യും. മനസ്സിലായോ? നമ്മൾക്ക് സ്പെഷ്യലൈസേഷൻ ഉള്ള ഏരിയയിൽ ഫോക്കസ് ചെയ്യുന്ന അതല്ല, അങ്ങനെ അതിന് ആഡ് ഓൺ ആവേണ്ട കാര്യമൊന്നുമില്ല. അത് തന്നെ ഒരു മെയിൻ പ്രൊപ്പോസൽ. ഫിഷ് പാരസൈറ്റ്സ്, ഫിഷ് ഡൈവേഴ്സിറ്റി ഓഫ് കാവൈവർ, അങ്ങനെ കൊടുക്കാമല്ലോ. അതിന് കുഴപ്പമെന്താ?
അങ്ങനെയാണെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പം ഒരു പ്രോജക്റ്റ് നമ്മൾ ഇത് സാറ് പറഞ്ഞ പോലെ ഏർലി 2 ഒബ്ജക്റ്റീവ് വെച്ച് കൊടുത്തിട്ട് പിന്നെ ഫ്യൂച്ചറിൽ നെക്സ്റ്റ് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി അല്ലേ?
അങ്ങനെ ഇതിന്റെ അകത്ത് തന്നെ ഒരു 3 പ്രോജക്റ്റിനുള്ള സ്കോപ്പ് ഇതിന്റെ അകത്തുണ്ട്. അത് സ്പ്ലിറ്റ് ചെയ്താൽ മതി. മനസ്സിലായോ? നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യുന്ന വർക്ക് വളരെ ഡീറ്റെയിൽഡ് ആയിട്ട് കൊടുക്കണം. അതാണ് അവർ നോക്കുന്ന ഒരു പ്രധാനപ്പെട്ട കാര്യം. അപ്പൊ അത് പിന്നെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് വേണമെങ്കിൽ ഇപ്പൊ ഏത് ഏജൻസി ആണെന്നാലും സെർബിന് കൊടുത്താൽ മതി. സെർബിലാകുമ്പോ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് അത് കിട്ടും, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ CRG എന്നുണ്ട്. ഈ 2 എണ്ണത്തിലും 2 വർഷം അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്തുകൊണ്ടിരിക്കണം. അതുപോലെ ഈ കേരള സ്റ്റേറ്റ് സയൻസ് ആൻഡ് എൻവയൺമെന്റ് കമ്മിറ്റി അവർക്കും അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാം. അപ്പൊ ഈ 2 എണ്ണത്തിന് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ സയൻസ് ടെക്നോളജി ആൻഡ് എൻവയൺമെന്റ്, നമ്മൾ സ്റ്റെക്ക് എന്നൊക്കെ പറയില്ലേ, അതാണ് സ്റ്റെക്ക് എന്നാണ് അതിന് അറിയപ്പെട്ടിരുന്നത്. KCSTSC എന്നും പറഞ്ഞാൽ കണ്ടോ. അപ്പൊ അവർക്കും അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്താൽ മതി. ഏതായാലും അത് പ്രൊപ്പോസൽ വളരെ നല്ലതാണ്. ഞാൻ CV എല്ലാം നോക്കി, കുഴപ്പമൊന്നുമില്ല. പിന്നെ ഇതിനകത്ത് ഈ റൈറ്റിംഗ് പാർട്ട് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞ ഇത്തിരി ട്രിക്കിയാ. പല തവണ നമ്മൾ എഴുതി നോക്കിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാല് നമ്മളൊന്നും ആവുള്ളൂ.
അല്ല അത് നമ്മളുടെ ഇതുപോലെ ആക്ച്വലി ഞാനിത് സാറിന് സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ വേണ്ടി നല്ല ഇന്റൻഷനിലാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. എനിക്ക് അവിടെ ചെയ്യണം എന്നുള്ളതല്ല. എനിക്ക് ഒരു കോൺഫിഡൻസ് ആയിട്ട് വന്നിട്ടില്ല. നമ്മള്
ഇപ്പൊ ആകെ 20 പേര് വന്നതിൽ 3 പേര് സെലക്ട് ചെയ്തിട്ടുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ അത് തന്നെ ഒരു കോൺഫിഡൻസിന്റെ ഒരു ഇതാണല്ലോ കാണിക്കുന്നത്. നിങ്ങൾക്ക് മറ്റുള്ളവർക്ക് ഇല്ലാത്ത കോൺഫിഡൻസ് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ഉണ്ടെന്നുള്ളതാണല്ലോ. ഇത്രയൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ആയല്ലോ. അപ്പൊ മനസ്സിലായോ? അത് തീർച്ചയായിട്ടും ഇപ്പൊ
വലിയ എമൗണ്ട് ഒക്കെ വാങ്ങിക്കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ നമ്മള് കമ്മിറ്റഡ് ആവോന്നൊരു അത് തീർക്കാൻ
അങ്ങനെയില്ല. കാരണം നമ്മള് എങ്ങനെ പോയാലും ഒരു സെർബിന്റെ പ്രൊപ്പോസൽ നമുക്കിപ്പോ ഒരു 30 കയ്യിൽ വേണം. അല്ലാണ്ട് നിങ്ങൾക്ക് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. കാരണം ഒരു 13 ലക്ഷം പിള്ളേരുടെ സാലറി ആയിട്ട് പോകും. പിന്നെ എക്യുപ്മെന്റ് കുറച്ച് വാങ്ങേണ്ടി വരും, മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പ് ഒക്കെ വാങ്ങേണ്ടി വരും. അതിനൊക്കെ തന്നെ നല്ല മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പിനൊക്കെ ഒരു 6-7 ലക്ഷം രൂപയ്ക്ക്. കാരണം മോശം മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പ് വെച്ചാണെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് കൊള്ളാവുന്ന ചാനലിലൊന്നും പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല. പ്രശ്നമാണ്. അവര് പറയും നീ പിക്ചറിന്റെ ക്വാളിറ്റി പോരാന്ന് പറയും. അപ്പൊ അത് വലിയൊരു ഇഷ്യൂ ആണ്. അപ്പൊ നല്ല ചാനലിൽ പബ്ലിഷ് ചെയ്യണമെങ്കിൽ നല്ല എക്യുപ്മെന്റ് വേണം. വർക്കൊക്കെ ചെയ്യുന്നതായിരിക്കും ചെയ്യുന്നത്, പക്ഷെ അതിന്റെ ഔട്ട്പുട്ട് റിസൾട്ട് നമുക്ക് കൊണ്ടുവരുമ്പോ നല്ല ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ നമുക്ക് നല്ല ചാനൽ അക്സെപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്യത്തില്ല. എനിക്കൊക്കെ പണ്ടത് ഒരുപാട് ഞാൻ അനുഭവിച്ചിട്ടുള്ളതാണ്. അതുകൊണ്ട് ആ സമയത്ത് അത്രയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നുള്ളൂ. ഞാൻ PhD ചെയ്യുമ്പോൾ 1 ലക്ഷം രൂപയുടെ ഒരു മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പ് അവിടെ ലാബിലുണ്ടായിരുന്നു. അതിൽ നിന്ന് കിട്ടുന്നതും ഇപ്പൊ നമ്മള് ഓട്ടോ മൊണ്ടേജ് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ഒരു മൈക്രോസ്കോപ്പ് ഉണ്ട്, ലേക്കയുടെ. ഇപ്പൊ എനിക്കതുണ്ട്, അതിന് 15 ലക്ഷം രൂപ. അതെന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാല് ഒരു സ്പെസിമെൻ വെച്ച് കൊടുത്ത് അതിന്റെ ഒരു 10-50 ഫോട്ടോ എടുത്തിട്ട് ആ എല്ലാ ഫോട്ടോയും കൂടി കമ്പൈൻ ചെയ്ത് ഏറ്റവും നല്ല ഇമേജ് തരും. അപ്പൊ നല്ല ക്വാളിറ്റി ആയിരിക്കും ഇമേജിന്. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെയുള്ളത് വെച്ച് കഴിഞ്ഞാല് നല്ല ജേർണലിസ്റ്റ് എടുക്കുള്ളൂ. അപ്പൊ നമ്മള് തീരെ ചീപ്പായിട്ട് ചിന്തിക്കണ്ട, ഇത്തിരി സ്റ്റാൻഡായിട്ട് തന്നെ ചിന്തിച്ചോളൂ. കാരണം എന്നാലും നമുക്ക് വലിയ തുകയല്ലേന്ന്. പക്ഷെ നമ്മൾ ചെയ്യാൻ ഇവര് 30 ലക്ഷം തരുമ്പോ ഉണ്ടല്ലോ, അവര് അരിച്ച് കുറിച്ച് ഓരോ കാര്യവും നോക്കിയിട്ട് ടൈറ്റ് ആയിട്ട് അവർ തരുള്ളൂ. നമ്മ വിചാരിക്കും 30 ലക്ഷം വലിയ തുകയാണെന്ന്. അതുകൊണ്ട് നമുക്ക് കഷ്ടപ്പെട്ടേ നമുക്ക് അതുകൊണ്ട് അതിൽ നിർത്താൻ പറ്റുള്ളൂ. എനിക്ക് 40 ലക്ഷം തന്നിട്ടുണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ഈ 40 ലക്ഷം എന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ ആ തന്നിരിക്കുന്ന ബഡ്ജറ്റ് അവർ ശരിക്കും സ്റ്റഡി ചെയ്തിട്ടാണ് തന്നിരിക്കണം. നമുക്ക് 1 രൂപ പോലും അങ്ങോട്ടും ഇങ്ങോട്ടും വകമാറ്റി ചെലവ് കൃത്യമായിട്ട് വളരെ ടൈറ്റ് ബഡ്ജറ്റിംഗ് ആണ് അവർ തരണം. ആ രീതിയിൽ അവർ തരുള്ളൂ. അവർക്ക് അറിയാതെ എത്ര രൂപ വരുമെന്ന്. നമ്മൾ ഇൻസ്ട്രുമെന്റിന്റെ പ്രൈസ് പറഞ്ഞാലും അവർക്കറിയാതെ അതിന്റെ ആക്ച്വൽ പ്രൈസ് എത്രയാണ്. ഇതൊക്കെ കാരണം അങ്ങനെ തന്നെ സാറ് പറഞ്ഞ കുറെ കാര്യങ്ങളില്ലേ, നമ്മുടെ സബ്ജക്റ്റ് ആണെങ്കിലും പുള്ളി പറഞ്ഞ കാര്യമൊക്കെ തന്നെ ഇതിന്റെ അകത്ത് ഇമ്പോർട്ടന്റ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങൾ. അപ്പൊ അങ്ങനെയുള്ള കാര്യങ്ങളൊക്കെ ശ്രദ്ധിച്ചാൽ മതി കേട്ടോ. അപ്പൊ ഒരു മാസം കൊണ്ട്
ഈ ഏജൻസി ഒക്കെ സാർ, ഈ ഏജൻസി സെർബൊക്കെ ഏജൻസി ടൈം ആണോ വിളിക്കുന്നത്? അല്ല ഓപ്പൺ ടു ത്രൂ ഔട്ട് ഇയർ ആണോ?
ഇല്ല, ചില പവർ ഫെലോഷിപ്പ് ത്രൂ ഔട്ട് ദി ഇയർ ഉണ്ട്. പക്ഷെ ബാക്കിയുള്ളതൊക്കെ ഒരു മാർച്ച് മാസങ്ങളിലൊക്കെയാണ്. ഇപ്പൊ ഒരു 6 മാസം കൊണ്ട് പ്രിപ്പയർ ചെയ്ത് കഴിഞ്ഞാൽ അടുത്ത മാർച്ചൊക്കെ ആകുമ്പോൾ ഒരെണ്ണം സബ്മിറ്റ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റുന്നുണ്ട്. ഏകദേശം ഒരു ഫെബ്രുവരി മാർച്ച് ജനുവരി കഴിഞ്ഞ് ഏതായാലും വരുള്ളൂ. അത് കഴിഞ്ഞ് നോക്കിയില്ല നമ്മൾ റിസൾട്ടില്.
ഇപ്പൊ UGCയുടെ ഒരു ഗൈഡ് ഇത് കണ്ടു. അതിനകത്ത് 2 നമുക്ക് പറ്റുന്ന റിസർച്ച് റിസർച്ച് അവാർഡോ അങ്ങനെ എന്തോ കണ്ടു. അത് നമുക്ക് അപ്ലൈ ചെയ്യാം.
റിസർച്ച് അവാർഡ് ഉണ്ട്, പക്ഷെ അത് ഇടയ്ക്കൊക്കെ വിളിക്കുള്ളൂ. പണ്ട് എനിക്ക് അതിന് കിട്ടിയിരുന്നു UGCയുടെ, പക്ഷെ ഞാനത് പിന്നെ ഓപ്റ്റ് ചെയ്തില്ല. ആ സമയത്ത് എനിക്കൊരു മേജർ റിസർച്ച് പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നു. റിസർച്ച് അവാർഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് നമ്മൾ തന്നെ വർക്കൊക്കെ ചെയ്യണം, മനസ്സിലായോ? അങ്ങനെ ഒരു പ്രശ്നം ഈ റിസർച്ച് അവാർഡിലുണ്ട്. പിന്നെ ഈ ഇവരുടെ ഒരു സ്കീമുണ്ട്, ടയർ എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞൊരു സ്കീമുണ്ട്. DSTയുടെ ടയർ, TARE ടയർ. അത് ടീച്ചർ അവാർഡ് ഫോർ റിസർച്ച് എക്സലൻസ് എന്ന കണ്ടാണ്. അപ്പൊ അത് 2 വർഷത്തെ പ്രോജക്റ്റ് ആണ്. അപ്പൊ അതിൽ നമുക്ക് ഫെല്ലോ ഒന്നും തരൂല, നമുക്ക് ഏകദേശം 12 ലക്ഷം രൂപ തരും. അപ്പൊ നമ്മൾ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു അസോസിയേറ്റ് പ്രൊഫസറിന്റെ ലെവലിലുള്ള ഒരു ഗൈഡിനെ, ഒരു സൂപ്പർവൈസറെ കണ്ടെത്തണം. അത് സെൻട്രൽ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ട് ആണ്, കാസർഗോഡ് യൂണിവേഴ്സിറ്റിയോ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ സുവോളജിക്കൽ സർവേയോ അങ്ങനെ ഏതെങ്കിലും ഒരു സ്ഥാപനത്തിലെ അസോസിയേറ്റ് പ്രൊഫസറോ ഈ സയന്റിസ്റ്റ് ആ ലെവലിലുള്ള ഒരാളെ നമ്മൾ മെന്ററായിട്ട് കണ്ടെത്തണം. എന്നിട്ട് അവരെ ഉൾപ്പെടുത്തിയാണ് അവരെ മെന്ററായിട്ട് നമ്മൾ ഇൻവെസ്റ്റിഗേറ്ററുമായിട്ടാണ് പ്രൊപ്പോസൽ കൊടുക്കുന്നത്. അപ്പൊ അതിന് നമുക്ക് 6 ലക്ഷം രൂപ നിങ്ങൾ കോളേജ്, 6 ലക്ഷം രൂപ ആ സെൻട്രൽ ഇൻസ്റ്റിറ്റ്യൂട്ടിനും കിട്ടും. അങ്ങനെ 12 ലക്ഷം രൂപ. പിന്നെ എല്ലാ വർഷവും നമ്മൾക്ക് 3 മാസം നമ്മൾ ഈ സ്ഥാപനം ഹലോ.
ഇന്ന് ഇവിടെ ഡാറ്റ ഭയങ്കര പ്രശ്നമുണ്ട്, കട്ടായി പോകുന്നു. സാറിന്റെ നമ്പർ ഞാനൊന്ന് കോൾ ചെയ്യട്ടെ? സാറിന്റെ നമ്പർ ഒന്ന് പറയോ? ആ ചാറ്റ് ബോക്സ് ഇപ്പം
999
വോയിസ് ബ്രേക്കാ. ഒന്ന് ടൈപ്പ് ചെയ്യൂ സാറേ. ഒന്ന് മെസ്സേജ് 999 577 6950. ജസ്റ്റ് ഞാനൊന്ന് വിളിക്കാം സാർ, കട്ട് ചെയ്യട്ടെ.
ഓക്കെ.